Hello guys, this is Harvinder Singh and firstly I would like to thank you all for the love and support you have shown in my last video. Actually that was my first video, last video. Okay, I don't know what to call. Let's move on with this video. And in this video we are going to do something really cool. In this video we are going to build a website from scratch. Actually we are going to build a Parallax website. So and you can see the website on your screen right now. This is the website that we are going to build from scratch. And yeah, this is a Parallax website. Now what is a Parallax website? See, Parallax is an effect that where there is a background image and there is a foreground content, and while scrolling these both moves in different speed and or in different directions as well. So so that's generate this effect known as parallax. So this is the effect, and the best thing is that it's super easy to code, and we are going to do this with only HTML and CSS. No, just to make it simple, we will not be using JavaScript at all, and it's super easy to code and it is super cool to look at. It enhances the user experience as well. So without wasting much of your time, now let's get straight into building this out. So now here we are in our VS Code and we have this folder named Parallax already there with these images, and these images we are going to use in our project. And I stole these images from the internet. You can also do the same, but if you are lazy I will attach the GitHub link where you can find these images in the description. So let's get started, and obviously let's make our HTML file here. That is index.html. And let's also make a CSS file. Let's name it style.css, and let's start with this exclamation and enter. That gives us a clean slate of HTML, and let's rename the title to parallax effect. Yeah, we can write it effect. And now we are going to build the structure. In HTML there is only the structural part is done, so we have to look at the structure of the website that we are going to build. So this is the structure. There's an image, then a content, then an image, then again a text, then an image, then again a text, and at last we have this image. This is what we are going to do. This is the structure that we are going to do here. So firstly we are going to make a background one div. This div contain a caption, and we can have a span element in it, and you can name anything like I have images related to traveling, so I name this traveling. If you have images related to anything, you can just write anything. Now the first part was the image file, image section. Now second section was the content section, content, and in this content we will have a h3 element, and this, you can write anything that you want. This is a dummy website, and we can add some dummy content here. So Lauren 60, and yeah, so I have added some dummy content here. So now we are going to copy over these two things, and we are going to paste it to two times, one here, one here. So that we, so let me open this in the live server and let me show you that what we have till now. So yeah, it's opening. So this is our website and it looks like this till now. Okay, one thing I have missed, that at last we also, in the last, we need a background section, right? So we are going to copy this background section and we are going to paste it here. This is because we have this last section of background only, and but then we don't have text. So that's why the last section we have done with here. We are done with the HTML part, and after doing this HTML part, our website looks like this. I know this is not even close to this, but we are going to make this look like this with CSS. Before we implement CSS, we have to change the class name that we have copied, because this was the background 1, and this we have to give a background 2, and this we can give a background 3. You also can change this span to h1, because this I don't want the caption to be in span for everyone. I want this is h1. Okay, that's it. So nothing much changed, it's all the same, but only these have become a heading 1 element. This caption has become a heading 1 element. We can also change this caption because both are telling us traveling and traveling. So the first one was traveling, the second one we can change here to something like nature's beauty, and here we can write explore, or here we can write cool. Okay, so now we will get into CSS, the interesting part. But before going into CSS, I would like to split my screen like this so that I can see what mess my CSS is creating. So let's see. Let's start it by grabbing the global style, and let's give it a margin 0. And okay, I just forgot the semicolon. Margin 0, padding 0, and we can add the box sizing to border box. We add the font family sans serif, and let's save it. Okay, but I can't see the changes on my web page, so I must have messed up something. What I have messed up? Okay, so I have not linked my CSS file to my HTML, so I'm going to link this. I'm stupid, I forgot to link this file. So as soon as I link this CSS, my web page changed, the styling of this web page changed. So let's continue. And now we are going to add the background images. So we are going to select the background BG, sorry, not BJ, so not BJ, it's going to be BG1. And now let's add a background image. To this background image is going to be URL, and I have the images in the image folder here. So background image, and we are going to give a height of 100 VH. Let's save it. Okay, we have the image. I know it's kind of blurry, but we are going to fix it. Let's do the same thing for background 2 and for background 3 as well. Now let's rename this to background 2. The image will be for the second one. Now background 3 and background 3. So now let's see what we have. So we have the 3 background that we want, but it is in a very bad state. Oh my god, my voice is cracking, I don't know why. So this is so see, our photos was of very high quality, and when we set the background, and when we set these images as a background, we can only see a part of that image, and see, that is why it is so blurred, because we are just seeing a part of the image and not the whole image. So let's fix it up first. So we need to fix it in background 1, background 2, as well as background 3 also, because we can't see full images any of these photos, right? So let's do with back. Okay, so let's do with BG1 comma BG2. We should need comma then BG2 comma BG3, and now we are going to style these 3. Firstly, we are going to give a position of relative. We are going to give a background position center. We can add a background size to cover, and we don't want the background to repeat, so we are going to write the background repeat, no repeat, and we can save this, and yes, the problem is solved. We can see the images here, it's perfect. So now what we are going to do here, if we can see, and we have a rough structure of our website ready. The thing is that still we haven't applied the parallax effect that we were going to apply here. So I told you that parallax effect occurs when the background and the foreground moves at a different speed while scrolling or moves in a different direction while scrolling. But here we are not using JavaScript, so we are not going to move these images in a different speed, but we are going to keep it simple, and we are just going to fix that image, fix this background image at one position, and the text will overlap it like this, and that will give us this parallax effect. So for doing that, there is one magical CSS line, just one magical CSS line that will do it. It's super simple. Just see, this is going to blow your mind. This is going to be background attachment, and it's going to be fixed. Let's save it, and let's see here we have our parallax effect up and running. So yeah, we are getting there, we are close to what we have here. And I would like to add opacity to this. This is completely your choice. I feel that opacity, like after opacity is given to this, it is just more soothing to my eyes. So I would like to use the opacity. It depends on you. You can just tweak around and see what you like or what you not. So we have done our parallax effect. The only thing that is left is little bit of styling of this caption and this text area. That's it. So let's quickly do that. Let's grab the caption first, and let's give it a position of absolute. Bring it down, and we are going to left is going to be 0, and top is going to be 50%. And what else we can do is we are going to text align center. We can give a width of 100%. We can also add a font size to 2 rem, and we can add a letter spacing between 1.8 rem. Okay, so I think it's looking good. See, now the caption are in center, but I think the letter spacing should be a little less, so I will go with 1.6, maybe 1.4. Okay, yeah, I'm going with this 1.4. So let's move, and now let's style this content area. So let's content area, that was content div. We named this div content, context not, that is content. And we can add a padding here of 3 rem and 5 rem, and this looks much better than before. Now with just padding on it, we can do is text align center, text align center. Yeah, pretty cool, it's looking good. One more thing I can add is line height, and I can add 1.8 rem. Yeah, this looks good, this looks fine. Okay, so okay, one thing I can see here in this website, that it is a bit of too much of white in our website, so I would like to make some section darker. So we are going to create a new dark class here, and simply we are going to give a background color of black, and the color of the text is going to be white, not white, I would go with DDD. Okay, nothing changed because actually we have not given this class name to any of the element in our index.html. So let's give the part that, so let's give this name the part that we want darker. So I would like to give this content, and I would like to make this content also dark, and I think span will also go good with dark. Not class equals to class, it will be class equals to dark, and I think the same thing will apply here in the last, class equals to dark. Let's save it. Yes, now we can see the effect. Now see, this span class is also darker, and this is also dark, and this is also dark. So one more thing you can do is that these are pretty big here, so we can just make it smaller. These were the h1, so just grab the h1 tag and make them smaller. We can do that by font size. Font size I can do is 1.8 rem. Is it okay? Yeah, it's okay. I would like to change the color here to white color, not white. I will give to the color this DDD, that is. So our Parallax website is ready. I know that I know that we can change this thing. We can change the color of this H1 to some other color so that we can see it clearly. See, it depends on styling. The main motive was not to do styling of this. You can do that. You can just tweak around the website and do any type of styling. The main learning from this video was to learn parallax effect, and that we learned here. And I personally love to do CSS. I just put on my earphones and I can do CSS whole day long, but I don't want to record and bore you with that. So that's it. And if you have any doubt, you can ask me in the comment section, and you can also tell me what type of tutorial you want from me. So that's it. And with that said, have a great day ahead. See you soon.